Hello everyone, this is Sam, and in today's video we're having the first episode of the Back to Basics series that I promised. In this episode we're going to be focusing on the very basic of the trading post, that is buying and selling. Whether you're a casual player, a veteran player, someone who actually cares about the economy, or someone who is just using the trading post as a way to get rid of items, knowing what buying and selling is going to be beneficial to your gameplay. This is not something that is solely reserved to the people who actually play in the economy, but instead should be basic and accessible knowledge to every single one of you, which is why it's going to be our first episode. Now I'm going to be trying to keep this under the 4 minutes mark so that you guys can have something that is very condensed and easy to get back into instead of having a very long video with too much information. Without further ado, let's start. This is a simplified version of the trading post view. You're going to have your item here. And here you're going to have the bids, and here the listings. So when it comes to buying and selling, we're going to have two point of views. The first point of view is going to be the one of the person buying an item, and the second one of the person selling the item. What's very important to know when you're buying an item, which is going to be our first point of view, is that bids have no limits. You do not pay to bid, you do not pay to take down a bid, and you do not pay to rebid, which means that you are free whenever you want to do more of this, alright? Whenever you want an item, do not instantly buy it from one of the listings. Please make a bid of your own. That is what happens when you're buying an item. Of course, if you need the item right now, or if the difference between the bid and the listing is extremely minimal in regards to the overall pricing of the lowest listing, then you might as well instantly buy it. But I would recommend, whenever you want to buy an item, always to make a bid of your own, because it's free, right? Second point of view. Now you're the one selling an item. Your goal is to make the most money possible out of your item. So what you should do is you should make a listing of your own, right? That's how it works, because if you make a listing of your own, the price is always going to be higher than the bidding, even if it's by a few copper or silver, which is the more money you'd be making. Of course, making a listing or selling an item to the bidder is up to you in the end. If you really want to have the safety and the speed to get your money, then you would go to sell to the highest bidder over here instead of making the listing of your own. Whether you are listing your item or selling to the highest bidder, there is one formula that you should be aware of when you're selling an item. And that formula is what we call the listing costs and the sales costs. Alright, both of these are costs. What's very important on that matter is that whenever you're going to sell an item, you're going to take 5% here and 10% here, right? 5%, then another 10%. Which is that whenever you're selling an item, you're only getting, in the end, 85% of the value of that item. Which means that, for example, if you list an item for 100 gold, at the end, you're only going to get 85 of that gold in your own pocket. That is what all of this means. And this is what you should be paying attention to whenever you're making a listing or selling an item of your own. It's very important in the case of flipping or investing, because you want to make sure that you get profit on that price over here, not on that price here, because that's what you get at the end. And all of that money goes into even Marshbay's pockets, which makes him the richest guy in Tyria, not one of the TP barons. Now, we're currently already over the 4 minutes mark, but this is the information you need to have whenever you are buying or selling an item. And now, before ending the video, I'm just gonna add an extra little fact, which is some information that is rather interesting to have if you're one of the richer people who is trying to make a bid on a specific item. For instance, in the game, we have some specific items that have a very high cost. Usually these are cosmetic items, more specifically infusions. We're going to take the example of the Chak Exam. Okay, this is going to be our example. The highest bid is 10k gold. So basically, if you make a bid of your own, you're joining a queue to be at some point the first by order, right? So at the moment, let's say that the queue is 30 people. So that's 30 bidding of people waiting, right? And then at some point you're like, hey, I have 10k gold, I'm gonna buy this item. Then you're just gonna put your order, and there's gonna be 31 people, alright? And then 10 more people make their own bidding. Suddenly, there's 41 bids, right? And you're like, no problem, I'm the 31st. But then you have another 10,000 gold, and you're gonna be investing as well, once again, right? So you're gonna be putting your buy order there, and you're gonna think, okay, now we have 42 bids. And in your head, you're gonna be, I have 31st, and I have the 42nd, right? That's what you're going to be thinking, but actually that's not true, because whenever you bid again on something you've already bid, all your buy orders get put back to the last slot, which means that actually you're not 31st and 42nd, you're instead 41st and 42nd. And this is also something you need to pay attention to when you are buying items, and it's probably one of the least known facts about a trading post, but yet this is the kind of stuff I'm going to be putting as extras in videos when I have a main topic covered. Of course, if I have other little known facts, I'm going to be making their own spin-off videos for every single one of them. Now, I hope that every single one of you guys actually learned something with this video, or that you found it to be a good enough content for you to share it around to the people you know who might be less versed within the intricacies of the GW2 trading. And I hope as well that this type of format does fit what you expected of this video series, and that you will keep watching more of them. If you have any suggestions or any questions, you're more than welcome to ask them in the comment section. If you want to take all of these contents a little step further, you're also more than welcome to join my Discord server or to DM me on the same application. You can also follow me on Twitter if you want to have any insight of what's about to come or what I am already working on. And now I wish every single one of you guys some happy trading and to get rich.